Every advanced gospel musician uses that chord in their playing. And you, as an intermediate gospel pianist, you need to use that because that will definitely transform your playing. And it's none other than that chord, a flat 9, flat 5. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build it and how to use it in real song. Without any further ado, let's go straight to the lesson. To build any advanced chord, any upper structure chord or extension, you always need to start with a dominant 7. And in the case of this particular song we're going to use C as the song to build that chord all the way from just a basic way to the upper structure, which is the flat 9, flat 5. Now, if you watch my previous video about sharp 9, sharp 5, we use the same technique where we use the C7 right here. C, E, B flat, right? We use it to build that particular chord. We have to have flat 7. This is 8, so let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is flat 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So those are extensions, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to get the 9, we flatten it right here. Already you're getting a pretty nice sound. This is a pretty nice sound right here. And if we have the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to flatten that also. So we have those two. Now, if you are following closely, you're going to find something that's pretty interesting that just happened here. This right here, it's a F sharp chord right here, because we have the B flat here in this hand, the right hand, and now we left with C, E right here. So we have this chord right here. Wow, sounds pretty good. Now, I want you to go ahead and like, subscribe if you have not yet, and leave me a comment right now. Let me know if this sound, if you have heard it before, and also if it really sounds pretty nice. Now, I do know it sounds nice because there's this tension. Now, those chords, you're going to hear a lot of tension. And where there's tension, you have release, right? Okay? So those chords, now let's go back. This is F sharp, root position, first inversion, and first and second inversion. So we have right here, this is C dominant 7, you can call it C7, flat 9, flat 5. I think this is pretty clear for you. Now remember, it's not just to build it in the C, the key of C, you have to do it also in the key of C sharp, the key of D, E flat, E, F, and continue on all the way to the 12 keys. Now let's just build it with the key of C sharp. So what we did, we have the first and the third like we did here. We have the flat 7. Now where do you find this flat 7 in C sharp? Those are for advanced beginners or intermediate. You might be like, oh, I'm only comfortable with C, so I don't know anything about C sharp. Well, it's right here. Now let's just build this. Let's call it D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, F, and C. So now let's put the Nashville number system, which I always talk about. The Nashville number system. Let's use that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to 1 again, or 8, right? So now look at this. This is 7. So we're gonna flatten the 7 right here. It creates, there's a pattern right here. There's tension. That's why you hear that particular tension right here. So what did we do when we had C? We used the 9, we flatten it. And the 5, which is the 5th of C sharp, so we have it right here. So this is D flat 7, flat 9, sharp 5. Now, of course, it's going to be hard for you to remember which chord is here, which note is here to build that chord. So how about you just use 1/3 here, the flat 7 right here, flat 9, and then we use the flat 5, and we can do this here. This is how you practice them. Okay? And you're going to continue and practice in all 12 keys. This is for those of you who are asking me, how do we practice those. All right, so you're gonna have to practice them. It takes a while to practice them, but once you become comfortable with it, it becomes second nature. It becomes second nature, so you won't have problem with it. Now let's go back to where we were. C7, flat 9, flat 5. So now you're all familiar with the song, which is Fly Me to the Moon. So I use this chord to go to the 2 because the melody notes is here. But we're not going to teach you that song. I was just showing you how to apply it after we just learn how to build it, right? Now let's go to the key of C for those of you who are more familiar with the key of C. So we had a tritone away from C. We have this F sharp, then we're gonna do this here. I am not teaching you this. I just wanted to show you where you're gonna use this chord right here. This is F sharp, flat 9, flat 5. Well, if you ask, where did we get this flat 9 and flat 5 from F sharp? Let's count again. Let's do number system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Right? This is F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So this is the 9. So we're gonna flatten this one. We have the 1/3 and flat 7, flat 9, and this one is flat 5. How do we get flat 5? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just go down. And we get it now. Okay? So this is using it when you go into 2, right? You can also use it when you're going to 4. But before I do that, and I want you to stick with me all the way to the end, I want you to go ahead and subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. Let me know if that makes sense to you. And I believe it makes sense. Why? Because I know I explain it pretty slowly and you guys understand it. Now, in the meantime, remember, I teach those songs in my membership area. There's only 2 levels, level 1 and level 2, where you can go and join. I'm going to have 2 videos available for you guys to understand. Now, if you're a beginner, you're gonna start all the way from the foundation all the way up. A lot of intermediate have problem because they have problem with the foundation. Sometimes they don't understand what is a 9, 11, or flat 9. They don't understand certain things in gospel, how to build certain chords, you know. So this is how I use the flat 9, the sharp 5 in my playing, is by using those particular extension. And you have to learn those foundational chords first before, so you can understand that. Now, for gospel musicians, for any intermediate, for any church musician who wants to advance, this channel is for you. Okay, that's why I have it, and I give those explanations so that you can understand that. But you're gonna get deeper understanding when you join my membership area. So we're gonna discuss chord voicing, dominant chords, fourth voicing, tritone substitutions in details in the context of songs and some gospel movement. So when you hear people do movement like this, so you know how it's built. Okay, so those are certain things that we use to build those. Okay, this is extremely important. And now, if we want to apply this particular flat 9, flat 5, how I use it in a song, for example, the song which is Only You Can Satisfy. So it starts like this. Again. I am not going to teach you all the song from beginning to the end, but I'm going to show you how I use it myself in my playing when I'm using. See, I know the song is 1. It's 1, 3, 5, but also you can use that dude. You can use like I know it's 1, 3, and then 4, but you can also use that if you try to re-harmonize that particular song. Remember, you can have your own flavor, your own taste, your own ways of harmonizing, reharmonizing that song. So this is what we use. You can use it in piano worship techniques, some piano techniques to, you can use it in worship songs, you can use it in any traditional songs, CCM, any type of song that you know, you can reharmonizing by using different techniques so that the sound will become yours. He has your own flavor, your own taste, that almost nobody has this kind of sound, which is you, right? See here, this is F sharp 7, flat 9, flat 9, flat 5. So let's do it here. Again. So what we did here is, as we go into the 4, we use that particular flat 9, flat 5. Now I know I use a lot of chords in here, but the concept is for you to use that in particular. This particular song is when you go into 4, from 4 to all the way to, from this to 4, okay? And any song that you find that use that particular progression 1 going to 4, so the 1 will be the F dominant 7, you can use that. All right? Here, again, I use it, okay? So I don't want to confuse you with that. Learn that you can use this when you go into 2, when you go into 4. Now there are other ways I can use that too, not just that, but those are my ways of, and also I hear a lot of other gospel musicians use it when you go into 4 and you go into 2, like for example. All right, so use that in your playing so that you will sound a lot more advanced. Now, if you find value in this lesson, and I believe you did, share this lesson with other people who want to find stuff like this so that they can also themselves also find a breakthrough through the playing so that they can sound more advanced, and then they might understand certain difficult concepts that advanced musicians, advanced gospel player, advanced church musicians are using. And remember, it's not just to learn it, it's to use it. But also it has to become second nature, where you know that this is embedded in you and it is used through practices. And this is why I have series where I tell you this is what I practice. Once I learn a particular concept, I don't just leave it alone. I practice it many times, over and over and over, until it just becomes like it flows with no problem, second nature. So I want you to do that, and also go and join my members area, where for a monthly fee, you're just gonna learn a lot more stuff in detail, and I'm going to explain to you, like I will get a song and go from A to Z and use all those concepts that looks difficult, but I'm gonna make them easy for you, where I break them down piece by piece. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next lesson.